Stadium in Minneapolis. This is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Now KJ Osborne. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Vikings ready to go to work, led out by their quarterback in his third year wearing purple, 9th year overall in the NFL, a Pro Bowler in Kirk Cousins.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while those numbers dropped, he was still solid throwing the football. 26 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions. Now he's just got to develop an extra target on the perimeter in order to get his numbers back to the previous levels.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the...
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They go play action. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that.
This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's good.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5 now. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
No, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. For the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. touchdown. Khalif Raymond now. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and at QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job for Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Titans nothing.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up first downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, Charles, glancing back to Week 2 of the NFL, certainly there were a lot of great games. Unfortunately, though, it was a tough day for injuries across the league, and the team probably hit the hardest, the 49ers, losing Nick Bosa and Solomon Thomas for the season. They also had Jimmy Garoppolo, Raheem Mostert also leaving that game, but they were certainly not the only team affected.
And remember, they were already missing George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. Right, those guys didn't even play in that ball game. So this is a team. Oh, Richard Sherman, of course, is on IR. They've really struggled in the early going. How about the Giants losing the face of their team and Saquon Barkley? Looks like an ACL gone for the season. And Cortland Sutton, also done for the season with an ACL with the Denver Broncos. Tough sledding right now. Remember, Drew Lock, the quarterback, also hurt his shoulder in the last ball game.
And then Christian McCaffrey, they're saying likely at least a month for him of being out with that high ankle sprain. I guess maybe, CD, this is a good year to have just that 3-week IR rather than the longer spell.
It certainly is, and when you can have guys who can return faster for you, and you know that really helps the team out in a big way. Unfortunately for the Colts, former first-round pick and safety, starting safety for them, Malik Hooker, the IR won't apply. He's gone for the season with a torn Achilles.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field, always contributing. They keep calling him a dependable target. He can be that and more. And remember, in the overtime win against New Orleans in the playoffs last year, who caught the game-winning touchdown? That guy right there, Kyle Rudolph.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and 1, Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. That's complete, right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph hauling that one in from Cousins. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over 1st and 10.
And Charles, the Tennessee Titans, as they come back out here on offense, this is a team right now 2-0. And it hasn't been an easy start, but still 2-0. Late win in Denver by 2, and then they got by the Jaguars on a late field goal this past week. 7 straight wins for the Titans now over the Jags, and Ryan Tannehill showing last season was not a fluke. He threw 4 touchdown passes in the victory, and the team's 2-0 start, by the way, first time they've done that since 2008.
And that's not coincidentally the last time that the Titans won the AFC South was when they went 2-0 in 2008. I think this is a team that everyone has to say, okay, it wasn't just a lucky run to the AFC Championship game last year. This is a good team. And if they got consistent field goal kicking, I'm not so sure that these games would have been as close in the first 2 outings for them.
And next they'll go to Minnesota, who's had a tough start, 0-2, and then they'll be home for a month with Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Houston coming to town before their open week in Week 7. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And now it's second down. Hey, CD, let's peer ahead to Week 3 on the NFL slate. I'm looking down at the schedule here, seeing what catches my eye. How about the Rams at Buffalo? That's a pretty good game. A couple of 2-0 teams. Dallas at Seattle. What else do you have?
Well, how about Green Bay at New Orleans on Sunday night? We always talk about quarterback matchups that we'd love to see more of. You don't get to see very often Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, and this could be the last time if Drew Brees indeed heads towards retirement after this season. And how about the one that's going to cap off the weekend? Kansas City at Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how big is that one, right? Because there are a number of us who think that this is a preview of the AFC Championship game. But I want to go back to one you mentioned, the Rams and Buffalo. 2 quarterbacks that continue to have to prove their greatness or even that they should have the job. Jared Goff with the Rams and of course, Josh Allen with Buffalo. Both of them off to really hot starts and looking good.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. First and 10, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice play on the ball by A.J. Brown, and he comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20 yards per catch.
Now it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Throwing again is Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Titans 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Osborne. Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the veteran quarterback, Kirk Cousins. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Dan Bailey to kick off.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
The Titans first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Tannehill. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Flush to his right. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Ryan Tannehill with a touchdown pass to A.J. Brown.
And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
The point after try for Gostkowski. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 20.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30.
That's good.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll move the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
First down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Tannehill throwing again. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. Complete, it's Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here at 32. And he brings it back out to right around the 26-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are in field goal range here already. How do you handle this situation, tie game?
In a perfect scenario, you want to find a way to get the ball to the proper spot for your field goal kicker. They always have preferences, and you want to bleed the clock down so that when you do kick it, as the ball's going through the post,
zeros.
The clock hits zeros.
A first down carry for Henry. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He can run for it, and he will. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. 21. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
25. So Cousins and the Vikings down 24-21. A minute 11 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. He's back to throw. Crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
Intercepted by the Titans.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.